What's your dream job? What's your life's passion? What floats your boat? These are all important questions. We all need to live purposeful lives in which we give our gifts to others within a community. But if we're not careful, the thrust of these questions can lead us to try to answer these in a very narrow and self-centered way. When the angel Gabriel comes to visit Zechariah, he hears these surprising words, "Be not afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer has been heard." His prayer has been answered. His wish will be granted, right? Zechariah and Elizabeth will have a son. That's it. They can finally retire and tell all those naysayers that they were wrong. Surely God's blessing is just for them to satisfy their desires, to make their dream come true, right? Well, it's not that simple. When God acts, it's not as a genie granting us 3 wishes, because God's not a genie. God is God. God is the creator of all that exists, who loves everything into existence. It really is God's world, and we're just living it as a part of it. So, when the angel announces to Zechariah that he and his wife will have a son, it becomes very clear, very quickly, that this son is not just a gift for them. Rather, their son is a gift for everyone. He has a role to play, a mission within God's story, God's dream for the world. He will prepare the way for Christ's ministry in the world, so that hearts might be open to this gift of God's incarnate love. As we consider our own vocations, as we listen for the gentle, loving voice of God in our hearts and discern how to spend our lives, let's not forget that whatever God has dreamed for us, it's not just about us. The gifts God has given us are for others, and God gives them to us precisely so that God's dream for all of us might come about. As we listen for that voice of love in our hearts, can we stay open to the idea that God wants us to play a role in a story that's bigger than ourselves?
Hi, I'm Father Greg Celio.
And I'm Father Matthew Pirch. And we are part of the Jesuits West Vocation Promotion Team.
A vocation requires discernment, and so we're making a 7-part mini-series on discernment using the Christmas story as a lens on decision-making.
We all have choices to make in life, and some of those choices are life-altering.
What we need to do is to open ourselves up to God, because God's Spirit always leads us to what's good.
And the characters in the Christmas story reveal ways to recognize God at work. St. Ignatius taught us that we can find God in all things. So we want to help you learn how to let God influence your decisions.
Each week, we'll present a different aspect of discernment. So click subscribe to stay updated. Thanks.